Hello, I am Ravi and I am back with another explainer video in our ongoing series where we break down the findings of our mobility reports one chapter at a time. When we talk about traffic in Patna, we often describe it as chaos, congestion, or gridlock. But behind this daily experience lies a deeper story about how the city has chosen to move over the last decade. This video is part of a video-based reporting series developed from a set of detailed research reports prepared by the Climate Agenda under its Harit Safar campaign. The Harit Safar campaign is aimed at promoting clean, sustainable and inclusive public transport systems across Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. These reports are the outcomes of a collaborative effort between the Climate Agenda, the Enviro Catalyst and the Indian Institute of Technology, BHU. In this video, I will take you through chapter 3 of the report, which focuses entirely on transportation in Patna. We will examine how vehicle registrations have grown, how fuel choices are changing, how public transport is responding, and what these trends mean for the city's future. Every fact and every number you hear in this video comes directly from the chapter 3 of the report, which talks about transportation. Let us begin with how fast vehicles have grown in Patna. According to the Vahan portal of the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, Patna registered around 79,000 new vehicles in the financial year 2010-11. By the year 23-24, this number had doubled to approximately 1,58,000 new vehicles in a single year. This sharp rise tells us that motorization in Patna has accelerated rapidly over the last decade. When we break down these registrations, a very clear pattern emerges. More than 62% of newly registered vehicles, which is roughly 99,000 vehicles, were two-wheelers. Another 20% or over 30,000 vehicles were private cars. This means that over 82% of all new vehicles in Patna are private modes of transport. In comparison, only 262 buses were registered in 23-24, including intracity, intercity and private buses combined. This imbalance explains why road congestion continues to worsen year after year. Two-wheelers have become the most common choice for mobility in Patna. Ever wondered why? Annual two-wheeler registration increased from 52,671 in 2010-11 to nearly 98,800 vehicles in 23-24. For many years, most of these two-wheelers were petrol-driven. However, a shift has begun to appear. In 2023-24, about 4.2% of all new two-wheelers were electric and 5% were ethanol mixed. Together, nearly 10% of newly registered two-wheelers now use cleaner fuel alternatives. While this change is encouraging, it remains small compared to the overall volume of vehicles. Also, why Patna loves two-wheelers so much? This preference for two-wheelers also connects closely with how far people actually travel for work in Patna. In a primary survey conducted with nearly 2,000 respondents, we found that 62% of people work within 5 kilometers of their homes. This short commuting distance makes two-wheelers a convenient and quick option for many daily travelers, especially in the absence of reliable and well-connected public transport. At the same time, this data clearly indicates something deeper. If Patna's streets were properly designed for walking, cycling and other non-motorized transport, much of this short distance travel would not require motorized vehicles at all. In such a scenario, citywide congestion would reduce significantly. We will explore this relationship between commuting distance, street design and non-motorized transport in much greater details when we discuss the upcoming chapters of this report. For now, it is important to note that the dominance of two-wheelers in Patna is not just a personal choice, but also a reflection of how the city's transport infrastructure is designed. Private cars in Patna have also grown significantly. The number of registered private cars increased from 15,307 in 2010-11 to 30,795 in 23-24. Although the percentage share of diesel cars declined from 33.5% to 27.6%, the absolute number of diesel cars still increased by nearly 66%. Petrol cars showed an even sharper rise. with absolute numbers increased by 116%. By 23-24, about 19% of private cars were petrol CNG or hybrid vehicles, while electric cars accounted for less than 2%. This indicates that cleaner car technologies are present, but adoption remains limited. Paratransit vehicles play a crucial role in Patna's daily mobility. The number of passenger three-wheelers registered annually increased from 3,118 in 2010-11 to 7,954 in 23-24. In 2010-11, nearly 72% of these three-wheelers were diesel run. By 23-24, more than 92% were running on CNG, with 6.7% being electric. Most of the old diesel fleet was converted into CNG between 21 and 24. Motor cabs also showed a major fuel transition, shifting from diesel dominance to petrol and petrol CNG hybrid. The first electric car in Bihar was launched in July 2019. By 23-24, Patna registered 508 new electric private cars. Among all new electric vehicles registered that year, over 54% were e-rickshaws, around 32% were electric two-wheelers, and only 4% were electric private cars. This shows that electric mobility in Patna is currently led by informal and shared transport modes. Public transport growth has been slower than private vehicle growth. According to the Bihar Economic Survey, BSRTC buses increased from 491 to 581 by 2024. Passenger numbers, however, rose sharply from 89 lakh in 2010-11 to over 221 lakh in 23-24. Despite this demand, only 127 buses were operating in Patna city in 2024, of which just 25 were electric buses under the FAME scheme. Road infrastructure expanded significantly, with national highways increasing from 395 kilometers to 506 kilometers. Fuel consumption tells a deeper story. Diesel consumption increased by 34% between 2010 and 2023. Petrol consumption increased by more than 177%, reaching 125,000 metric tons annually. This reflects the heavy dependence on private motorized transport. This chapter makes one thing very clear. Patna's transportation system has expanded rapidly but not evenly. Private vehicles dominate growth, public transport lags behind, and cleaner technologies are arriving too slowly. Transportation is not just about movement, it shapes congestion, pollution, and everyday life. In the next video, we will examine how this system affects people's access and inclusivity across the city. Thank you for watching.